What's going on YouTube? It's Brad from Brad Reviews It. Have you ever dealt with wrist pain, discomfort from long hours sitting at the computer, or just want something a little bit different than a regular mouse? Then stick around because today I'm taking a look at the Lekvey Vertical Ergonomic Wireless Mouse. Is it worth switching? Let's find out. So first off, you're gonna see the front of the box. You can already tell from the front of this picture, this is a very unique design for a mouse. And if we flip it over to the back, it tells you why. The ergonomic handshake grip of this mouse is supposed to help with wrist strain and wrist pain caused by muscle tension. So let's go ahead and dive in and answer the question, does that actually help with it? So open it up, we do get a very short instruction manual. It has a very useful FAQ that I've actually referred back to a couple times. We get a Type-C charging cable, which you guys know I'm a fan of, and then the mouse itself, what everybody's waiting for. So right off the bat, looking at this mouse compared to a regular mouse, it literally looks like somebody turned a mouse on its side. Very unique. On the bottom, the gap right there is where the USB receiver was. I've already taken it out and plugged it into my computer. And let's go and turn this thing on and show you how it works. I mean, yeah, it's very responsive. I like it. So looking at it, we do get some quiet clicking buttons. I'm actually clicking the mouse and it's very, very silent. You do get a middle mouse wheel that actually clicks as well. This is your DPI adjust button. One thing to note about that is there's no visual feedback of what DPI you're currently in. You do get the options of 800, 1200, and 1600. It's just something you kind of have to know based on the feeling of the mouse on the screen. And this is your forward and backward button when browsing the web. One thing to note about the forward and backward button is they're not compatible with Mac. However, the mouse itself is. So looking a little further into it, the neutral handshake grip does feel ergonomic. There is a gap underneath my wrist. And if you notice when I hold a regular mouse, my wrist is flat. I like it. I like the way it feels. I can feel some tension in my arm and my wrist, but I think it's from not holding a mouse like this ever, as opposed to 30 something years of holding a mouse flat. Next, there is a 600 milliamp rechargeable battery that promises up to 150 hours of use, and it only takes 2 to 3 hours to charge. The quiet clicks are amazing, and it's compatible with Windows, Linux, and Mac, but the forward and backward button don't work with Mac again. As far as size goes, I wear an extra large glove, and this thing fits perfectly for me. It might be an issue for a little bit smaller hands, and it does weigh 95 grams. So as far as pros and cons for this, I think that this is more comfortable than a flat mouse. It feels weird at first, but once you get used to it, it's fun. It almost makes me feel like I'm driving a futuristic spaceship. I do like that it does have a rechargeable long battery life, and there's no need for disposable batteries. I'm notorious for letting something die and then scramble to find batteries and having to take them from other devices because I didn't buy any new batteries. The forward and backward buttons are a huge con for, work time and just browsing the web. It has a plug and play design requiring no drivers. So basically you just plug the USB directly in the back of your computer and it's plug and play, you're ready to go. The quiet clicks I love because it just keeps everything quieter, especially if you're in a shared office space or if you have a sleeping baby like I do sometimes. And it's just a great conversation starter because if I walk into your office and you have this sitting on your desk, the first thing they'll say to you is, what the heck is that? And we're gonna be talking after that. So some of the cons I have with this is it does take a little bit of time to get used to. And some people might not like to hold their mouse like that, and that's okay. And another con is the forward and backward button not working on Mac. So if you do plan on buying this for a Mac, just note that the forward and backwards buttons are not gonna work. And there's also no Bluetooth option, so you're gonna have to take up one of those USB ports on your computer. It is a little bit bulkier, especially if you have smaller hands. Like I said, I have an extra large hand and it's perfect, but I could see this being a problem for somebody with extra small or small hands trying to reach the buttons. And lastly, cons of this is the buttons aren't programmable, so you're kind of stuck with what the default functions are. I knew this going into it, so it wasn't an issue for me, but I could see it being an issue with somebody who wants that customization feature. And the USB-C port is for charging only, So it can't be used as a wired mouse. You can plug it in and it will charge while still using the USB thing, but just as a standalone wired mouse, if you lose the USB, it's not gonna work. Overall, I think this mouse would be great for office workers or writers or just anybody who sits at the desk for long hours using their mouse. I do think this is a great option for people with wrist pain or carpal tunnel. I don't know if it's going to fix your problem, but I would try anything if I did have those issues, so I'd definitely pick this up and try it. I would definitely say this is not the best for competitive gaming. It's heavier than most mice, and it doesn't have the customization that most gamers would like. But overall, I'd say the Lekvey ergonomic mouse is an affordable and effective way to reduce your wrist strain, and the comfort and battery life are wins. But the lack of programmable buttons and the fact that USB-C only charges and doesn't actually give you that wired mouse feeling if that's what you want are some definite limitations. So I would give it an 8 out of a 10, but I would definitely say this is a strong value and a strong pick. I was given this mouse for free by Lekvey, and it's gonna stay in my office as my go-to office mouse. That's just how much I like it. And right now it's on Amazon for $24.99. So if you're interested, my Amazon affiliate link will be in the description below. By clicking on my link and buying this mouse, it does help support the channel, and it's no extra cost to you. And all I can say is thank you, and I'm greatly appreciative. So don't forget to like, comment, let me know if you got this mouse and if you like it or not. And don't forget to subscribe. Y'all stay blessed.